inside a lot. However, he's got a teammate that's 6'6", a teammate that's 6'9". He can hang out on the perimeter. It allows him to play free. He puts pressure on you defensively. You must know where Tyler Powell is at all times.
With all that size for Ribet, Emmanuel's going to have to shoot well from the perimeter. That means Jordan Rodriguez has to have a big game.
You talk to his head coach, Chris Woods, and he tells you Jordan Rodriguez is a complete gamer. He can score in a variety of ways. You see his line, 18 points, 8 boards, 4 assists, 3 steals. He is their leader and go-to scorer, but can impact the game in so many different aspects that when Emmanuel goes, you know it's because Jordan Rodriguez is out in front.
Here's a look at the starting lineups for Emmanuel. 3 other players are averaging double figures on the season. Sean Rogers, Caleb Daglish, and Winston Williams. All 3 have to have big games today. For Ribet, Barrington Hargris, just a freshman. He'll be coming off the bench, but he's someone who's getting next level looks. And then Snooky Wigington, the starting point guard, a junior. 5'8", but being recruited by Tulsa and a couple other D1 programs. He could have a big impact today as well. Before we tip things off, let's go to the third member of our broadcast team on the sidelines, Kirsten Watson.
Thanks, Sam. And you guys said it. Look, within a year, Coach Howard has turned this Ribet Academy basketball team into a completely different one. Last year, they went 1-14 and only had 5 players on the team. So Coach Howard was in for a challenge. Luckily, with the help of a strong freshman class, and like you guys said, a big transfer in Tyler Powell, Coach Howard has been able to build the foundation of a team on the path to a very successful career. Back to you guys.
Thank you, Kirsten. And Ribet had some of those transfers become eligible mid-season. Since that group has been able to be on the floor together, they have gone undefeated. Emmanuel, head coach Chris Woods. They are your Central Section Division III champs. They've had an outstanding season as well. They've gone up against some teams that have had some transfers and come away with a victory already this year. So we'll see if they can pull it off again here in the Golden One Center. Emmanuel in white with the blue trim. Ribet, not Ribet, Ribet, the Fighting Frogs.
Is there a frog in here, though?
They are in the green, and we are underway. Tip 1 by Emmanuel. Rodriguez, the lob pass, brought in by Williams, but he had to come back down to earth for it. They're down low to Williams in amongst the trees and couldn't secure the lay-in. Rebound for Marcus Reedy. Tyler Powell for 3, in and out. Rebound tapped out to Snooky Wigington. Wigington for 3. Off the heel and a rebound to Rodriguez.
Wigington is looking to score just as much as Tyler Powell, averages 17 and 6 a game.
Swing it around the horn. Rodriguez too strong on the 3. Long rebound goes out of bounds, and it'll go to Ribet.
Teams seeming to settle into a pretty controlled offense so far. Controlled tempo, not too fast.
Scoreless a minute in. And the home of the Kings, the Golden One Center. Kind enough to hit the road for a couple of days and let us squeeze in 12 state championship games. This is number 8 being contested here in the state capital.
It's always interesting, the NBA teams that have different reasons as to why they have to hit a long road trip if their arena is being used.
Tyler Powell missed the 3, the offensive rebound, a couple of them for Ribet, and finally Yuto Williams finishes underneath.
It's no secret, you can just look at the size for Ribet. If they can use that to their advantage, they put themselves in a really good position.
Jumper on the way, perfect. Sean Rogers puts the Eagles on the board.
Interesting thing about Sean Rogers, leads the team in minutes.
Xavier Williams on the other end with the reverse lay-in.
Xavier Williams, the glue guy, they call him, for Ribet.
Turnover, steal, Wigington, coast to coast. (6-3), Ribet with the lead. And another turnover. Williams gets the steal ahead to Wigginton. Wigginton into the contact, and he'll finish with the left.
By giving up a little bit of size, wanted to use his body contact, able to finish.
Snooki, the latest in a long line of great basketball playing Wigginton's. His dad, Pookie, played at Seton Hall for the great PJ Carlissimo. PJ, one of my favorite coaches and people of all time.
Great guy. Great guy. You got that size, despite wanting to play inside out. You got to know that Ribet will use their length, as they did right there, capitalize in transition.
Ribet, after starting the day 0 for 4, has hit their last 4 field goal attempts. Lay-ins definitely help that. Tyler Powell still looking for his first points of the day. Snooki Wigginton, a couple of lay-ins, leads the Fighting Frogs. Down low, and finishing with the right is Powell.
All set up there by Snooki, just being able to get inside the lane, draw 2 defenders. Easy dunk.
10-3 the score. Another steal, but taken right back. Sean Rogers underneath, and the lay-in goes down. Caleb Daglish. Baseball pass to the corner. Williams missed the 3. Offensive board. Putback won't go. Jordan Rodriguez squeezes the rebound.
It's almost too easy for that offensive rebound. It couldn't finish.
It's been a theme over the course of the weekend. Teams that just have that size and energy advantage have been able to dominate the offensive glass. But an opportunity for Emmanuel here to get closer at the stripe.
Sometimes they talk about, when it comes to Winston Williams, his ability to be versatile, to face up and attack the rim. He takes on 2 guys, draws that contact, finds himself the charity stripe.
Winston Williams to the line to shoot 2. Sophomore, who Coach Chris Wood says will be recruited. Just a matter of time.
He's got good size, although seems a bit undersized for a big at the next level. But if you've got the versatility at that position to be able to face up, to be able to battle, bang around against bigs down low, certainly makes up for a little bit of the lack of size.
That's the tough thing for a high school. I mean, back in my day when I played high school basketball, there's a 6'4" kid, like, that's your center. Right. That's what he is.
And now it's your point guard in college. Maybe.
I still have my old position of the bench available to me.
Hey, everyone's got a role.
That's right. Great move there by Rogers, slicing through the Ribet defense. He's got 5. 4-point lead for Ribet. Pull-up jumper is perfect for Snooki.
You can tell he just wants the moment. That's how you respond. Quick 2 the other way.
There's a trip that's going to go on Yuto Williams, his first personal. And that's going to take us to a timeout on the floor. Good start for Ribet, particularly for Snooki Wigginton. Junior point guard's got 6 points. And that is the lead right now for the Fighting Frogs here in Sacramento.
Local is incredibly exciting.
News changes so quickly. We're here for you.
Whatever the day brings, we armed you with everything that you needed to know.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Beat on One.
If you've been involved in an accident with an Uber or a Lyft, even as a passenger, you have rights specific to these situations. Having handled countless Uber and Lyft cases, we know what it takes to fight the big corporations and help you win. So don't wait. Call us and let our team of experts go to work for you immediately.
Accident or injury, call Jacob and Ronnie. Call Jacob.
Are you looking for a contractor that will take care of all your home improvement needs? Look no further. At ConstructionConcern.com, we specialize in energy-efficient windows, solar energy, siding, plastering or painting, kitchen or bathroom remodeling, and air conditioning and heating. We have expert craftsmen to complete your project and to meet your expectations. No gimmicks or games, just straight talk and fair pricing guaranteed. Go to our website, constructionconcern.com, to request a quote today.
3 minutes left in the first quarter. Ribet a 6-point lead. Allie, your keys to this one?
Obviously, when you look at it, again, it's no secret, Ribet has the definite size advantage, so utilizing that size, communicating on the defensive end, getting out and running. If you're Emmanuel, you've got the offensive execution because you want to control that tempo. So swinging the ball side to side, they love to play the game despite not having the size like Ribet. They like to play the game inside out, and when you do that, you allow yourself to find a good offensive possession.
Emmanuel heading to the line to shoot two. This Eagles program had been in the regional championship in 2017, but fell one game short of the title. Ribet, after a one-win season a year ago under first-year head coach Reggie Howard, who is certainly someone who is familiar with the amateur basketball ranks, a lot of college coaching time, and his first year in charge of the Fighting Frogs. My mistake, it wasn't a shooting foul. Doesn't matter, they get the points anyways. Daglish, nice move in the post.
He's been a dominant force for Emmanuel all season long. He's got good footwork for his size down low.
Powell pulling up for the baseline. And a rebound to Winston Williams. Chance to make it a one-possession game. Trying to double Daglish. Splits the teams anyway.
Again, the up and under, the patience down low. We just talked about his footwork. Caleb making him pay.
2-point game. Reedy on the give and go. And he'll finish with the right.
Nice simple two-man game there on the right side. Communication, focus.
Rogers kicks to the corner. Three is blocked by Marcus Reedy, who then helps up Yamada and keeps him in bounds. Emmanuel miss again, then a putback alley-oop style for Jordan Rodriguez.
That's how you capitalize down low. Keep the ball high. Finish straight off the backboard. Putback.
Loose ball, bodies hitting the floor. Love the effort here in the state title game. It's out of bounds, last touch by Emmanuel. Caleb Daglish getting some junior college looks. This is why.
See him, he drew that attention initially. They wanted to trap. He didn't make his move. He remained patient. Was able to finish down low. That is some good footwork for a big.
He's kind of your classic high school-sized center. Most schools, the vast majority, do not have someone 6'9". 6'6", knows what to do with his feet, knows how to finish inside.
Yeah, he's successful. That's for sure.
Coach says some of the local JUCOs are looking at him to be their center next year.
You know, it's really interesting. I like the patience he has. You know, it's easy for a post player, a big, to get rushed and hurried down low. You got the 3-second call going against you. You've got traps from all before that he's starting to see already early in this game. But he's remaining patient for his move.
Minute to go here in the opening quarter. Emmanuel an empty possession. Nacho Camacho the rebound.
How many times will you say that to me?
It's a good nickname. We like nicknames.
1,000% of it.
Squid, Nacho. G was a good one. Missed three, and the rebound by Winston Williams. Rodriguez penetrates off the window, won't go down. Barrington Hardress into the front court, up and under, got caught in the air. Loose ball falls to Ribet, out for a three. Wigington missed everything. Substitution, Jalen Shores will check in for Ribet, a three-point specialist, replaces Xavier Williams. Bay Academy struggling to find the mark here. They're 0 for 6 from distance. We've talked about it throughout the weekend. Adjusting to playing in an NBA arena where there is no wall right behind the backboard, which you're used to seeing in high school. That's an adjustment.
Well, you know Now, we can continue to talk adjustments, and rightfully so, but when you've got that size, why not continue to pound it inside? Why not continue to attack the rim? I mean, it's worked well for you. You know, for Ribet, they started 0 for 4. Since they went 7 for 9 from the field. Again, 0 for 4 from 3, which tells you layups, shots at the rim. There hasn't been a whole lot of mid-range jumpers. Continue to do what's working.
4.6 seconds left in the quarter. Tyler Powell moves it ahead. Ribet trying to beat the buzzer. And it's a miss from 3 for Jalen Shores. 8 minutes in the books. Ribet's got the lead, but Emmanuel's got some momentum. Eagles only down 2. Second quarter coming up next in Sacramento.
Involved in an accident with an Uber or a Lyft. Even as a passenger, you have rights specific to these situations. Having handled countless Uber and Lyft cases, we know what it takes to fight the big corporations and help you win. So don't wait. Call us and let our team of experts go to work for you immediately.
Accident or injury, call Jacob and Ronnie. Call Jacob.
Hi, I'm Chaz Dean. We're here at Chaz Dean Studio in Hollywood, California. We reside in 3 craftsmen's homes built in the 1920s. We've renovated them, and we've created a oasis sanctuary kind of feel. What's unique about us is we don't use shampoo, curling irons, flat irons, bleach. We teach you how to work with your hair, and hopefully one day we'll see you here at Chaz Dean Studio, or you can visit us at chazdean.com.
Ribet has a clear size and athleticism advantage coming into today, but their inability to hit a 3 has kept Emmanuel right there through a quarter.
8 of 21 still from the field. As I said, continue to attack, continue to be relentless on the offensive glass.
Let's check in with Kirsten Watson.
You guys have heard the nickname Snooky Wigington. You've now heard the nickname Leland Pookie Wigington, who was at Seton Hall. But it is a family affair of nicknames. Not only is there Snooky, who is playing today, there is also Tookie, who's a 9th grader at Sierra Canyon, who will be playing in the state championship this evening. There is Wookie, who's an 8th grader at Sierra Canyon, and Zookie, the 6th grader. So it is a family affair for the Wigingtons. Back to you guys.
Thank you, Kirsten.
Kirsten, well done with all those names.
Caleb Daglish knocks down another 2. You know, having named children, guys, you put a lot of thought into it. If I just know I just put in consonant and in E,
yeah,
that kind of makes it easier.
Are you a 1-syllable person?
Ooh.
Do you want 2? Do you want 3? I mean, you named your children already.
I did.
So.
I have already named them. We like longer names with short nicknames. That's what we like.
Okay.
You know?
Okay.
But Snooky is growing on me, so maybe if we have another, I don't know, Jersey Shore might put that one away from me.
Done, Sam.
Meanwhile, there's a basketball game going on, and Emmanuel's playing pretty well. Draw a foul on Ignacio Camacho, and that's going to put Sean Rogers at the line. All leaving at 16. For Snooky, in addition to being the son of Pookie, who played at Seton Hall, Pookie is the current CEO of Heartbeat Entertainment, which is Kevin Hart's company.
I wondered why we were asking where Kevin Hart was sitting today.
That's right. That's it.
Look at you guys and your insider information.
Kevin Hart, of course, in addition to all the comedy stuff, which is really a side job, a former MVP of the, what is it, the All-Stars game at All-Star Weekend?
Oh, Celebrity Game?
The Celebrity Game, there it is.
The All-Stars at the All-Star Weekend would be the NBA players.
That's true. the other stars,
yeah,
the entertainment celebrities. That's what I was looking for. Snooky, meanwhile, has got 8. Lead goes back to Ribet. Good defense on the back end by Emmanuel, and they get the stop. Rogers, too strong. Offensive board, Rodriguez. No-look pass for Rogers. He couldn't handle it. Bay wants to run. Powell ahead to Wigington. Slings it across the baseline.
Pretty strong pass.
Goes right back the other way to Wigington. And we got a foul call. And now it's traveling. First turnover for Ribet.
Tempo, pace of the game picked up here in the second quarter.
You mentioned for Tyler Powell, with the size on the team, it allows him to play more like a guard. He's having trouble finding his shot, but you certainly see all the talent from number one.
Oh, no. I mean, you can just look at him and see that he's, like you said, he's got that size and the ability to move out on the perimeter. Jordan Rodriguez continues to lead this team. Emmanuel right now puts him up by 2. But again, back to Tyler Powell, I think it's just about being able to find his rhythm and his groove against the defense. And Emmanuel, that's playing pretty solid on that end of the floor.
Rodriguez hitting his first 3. Powell can't answer it, spins out on him.
Still a great shot.
Feels like he's doing all the things here in high school to prepare himself to be better at the next level. You used to hear stories about great tennis player Pete Sampras and how he would lose high school matches because he was working on the things that would make him one day a great pro. Air ball from Ribet.
It's credit to having a good understanding of the game, having a support system around you to kind of lead you and coach you and guide you in that way.
Absolutely. A good coach who's willing to make sacrifices at high school so that they'd be great next level. Out of bounds, last touch by Emmanuel. Eagles off to a great start here, leading 20-18 and shooting 50% from the field, 40% from deep. Snooki Wigington will kick it in from the baseline.
Bay still looking for a 3 to fall, 0 for 10. Despite that 40% from Emmanuel downtown.
Loose ball taken away by Emmanuel. Rogers gets the steal. Rogers. Pull it out. Purewall, baseline 3, rims out. Barrington Hargress, the freshman, rejected by Daglish. Imada the baseline drive, trying to find Daglish, too tall on the pass. Well, scooted ahead. Hargress, lefty lay-in is good.
You mentioned the looks that he's getting. You mentioned Arizona as a freshman. You can see why. Still has some growth in terms of coming into his body, but one thing that not a lot of high school kids grasp, Caleb looks for that jumper, is the ability to change speeds. He's got a good knack for that.
Snooki Wigington, good example. Old crossover into the jumper. He's got 10, and Ribet is back in front, 22-20. 2-3 zone, and almost got a steal. Ribet stays in bounds, and they do force the turnover. Now Powell up to the free throw line. Another missed jumper. Rebound, last touch by Ribet. Timeout on the floor. Ribet getting some production. Tyler Powell ahead to Barrington Hargress, and then Snooki Wigington, the sweet jumper for the Fighting Frogs.
Local is incredibly exciting.
News changes so quickly. We're here for you.
Whatever the day brings, we armed you with everything that you needed to know.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Beat on One.
If you've been involved in an accident with an Uber or a Lyft, even as a passenger, you have rights specific to these situations. Having handled countless Uber and Lyft cases, we know what it takes to fight the big corporations and help you win. So don't wait. Call us and let our team of experts go to work for you immediately.
Accident or injury, call Jacob and Ronnie. Call Jacob.
Get the kitchen of your dreams at a huge discount. Builder's Surplus has the most extensive inventory at big savings. The Southland's largest kitchen showroom. From kitchen cabinets to bathroom vanities. It's one-stop shopping. 75 vanity styles, 21 kitchen style, all assembled and in stock. 123,000 square feet of inventory. Builder's Surplus kitchen and bath cabinets in Santa Ana at Dyer Road and the 55 freeway. Call 888-415-4545 or go to buildersurplus.tv.
Back here in Sacramento, Ribet Academy 22, Emmanuel 20. Sam Farber, Allie Clifton, Kirsten Watson here with you inside Golden One Center. Home for the state championships. D4 boys game. The leading scorer is Snooki Wigington with 10 for Ribet. And 8 points from Caleb Daglish, the senior big for the Eagles.
Efficiency going into that production. Let's not lose sight. We just talked about it in the commercial. The offensive rebounding game. You know, Ribet had 6 offensive rebounds in that first quarter, have not had one here in the second. Of course, you give credit to Emmanuel, their ability to stay in this game.
Three ball on the way from Pure Wall. Yes.
Nice high arc. That 3-ball.
Eagles back on top. Second chance opportunity for Ribet, and they find Powell for the lay-in.
Sometimes it's all it takes to get one going. Easy one right at the rim. Now 3 of 10 for Powell. 6 points here in the first half.
Jordan Rodriguez from NBA range, way off to the right. Long rebound, still loose, and a jump ball. Arrow favors Emmanuel. Eagles catch a break.
Caleb, big man with the outlet pass, finds his teammate on the arc, knocks it down.
Cameron Purewall, 6'1" sophomore. 15 on the shot clock for Emmanuel. Daglish going to work. 5 on the shot clock. Fades away and grazed the iron. Rebound Hargress. Ribet wants to run. Wigington kicks it out. Powell for 3. Still can't find the bottom. The putback though, no. And an and one opportunity for Camacho.
Just when I said Ribet has been limited on the offensive glass here in the second quarter. Leave it to the big man. Not 1, but 2 with an and one. I got Ribet excited.
Emmanuel arguing for an over the back.
Got to box out. Got to put a body. Not just touch him, move him out of position.
Camacho with the miss. Lead stays at 3. Full court pressure from Ribet. Purewall.
Feeling it. He knows it. Got a sweet spot there on the left side.
Powell hits the deck. No call. Emmanuel wants to push it. He had numbers. Rogers bailed out with a foul call against Ribet.
That's how you respond to big 3. Powell a little bit out of control. Feed him, he's feeling it. Lefty.
Dare I say a pure jump shot?
I don't know a response for that. Well played.
We're in game 5 of our partnership over 2 days.
I'm already done with your comeback.
We'll squeeze in some more movie references later. Tied at 26, a minute left here in the first half. Emmanuel keeping with the Ribet Academy Fighting Frogs. Ball tapped underneath. Good head fake and a lay-in. Great move, Winston Williams.
Again, continuing to show that versatility. Winston Williams.
3 points to go with 9 rebounds for Winston. Wigington just inside the NBA arc, rattles it home, and that's the first 3 today for the Fighting Frogs.
Only took 14 tries, but they got it to go.
Back and forth we go here in Sacramento. Shot clock dark. See if Emmanuel holds for one. They'll turn it over. Now Ribet, smart move by the freshman. Hardress says we're going to hold for the last shot. Tenth turnover for Emmanuel. Hardress, jump stop, kick, Wigington. Pull up from the free throw line, no. And that's it for the first half. Really good game here between Emmanuel and Ribet. They've gone back and forth, several lead changes. Fighting Frogs with a narrow 1-point lead at the end of 16.
Wigington a couple times here in the first half felt like he should have got a couple calls that didn't go his way.
I'll go to the locker rooms. Let's check in. Kirsten Watson standing by with the Fighting Frogs head coach, Reggie Howard.
Thanks, guys. Coach, strong first half. What did you like that you saw?
Well, I like our defense for a short period of time. Then we start giving up some threes. They're hitting their threes right now, and we're 1 for whatever. And so we need to relax a little bit, and I think the second half, some of those shots will go.
Besides shots, what is going to be needed in that second half to really kind of seal this game?
Got to identify the assignments in terms of knowing where the big guy is. He's making some great up and unders. We got to identify shooters. They've gotten 3-4 good wide open looks, and we just got to make it no threes, tough twos.
Thanks, Coach.
Thank you.
Back to you guys.
Thank you, Kirsten. Thanks to Coach Howard as well. We got a good one here. D4 state championship. Ribet and Emmanuel separated by just 1 point. Our halftime show coming up next.
Hollywood Suits, home of the best value in the country. Find designer deals like Salvatore Laurenti suits made in Italy for just $3.99, Giorgio Armani $7.99, Canali for $9.99. That's a savings of up to 65%. Get an entire 18-piece wardrobe, 3 beautifully handcrafted wool suits for just $2.99. And anytime you buy 3 suits, you get 3 shirts, 3 ties, belts, socks, and hankies for free. That's 18 items for $2.99. Hollywood Suits, where style meets quality and value.
If you've been involved in an accident with an Uber or a Lyft, even as a passenger, you have rights specific to these situations. Having handled countless Uber and Lyft cases, we know what it takes to fight the big corporations and help you win. So don't wait. Call us and let our team of experts go to work for you immediately.
Accident or injury, call Jacob and Ronnie. Call Jacob.
In a world where every path is unique, we believe the best in digital infrastructure can transform healthcare with connected hospitals in places like Cleveland and support better patient outcomes in Honolulu. We believe today's digital campuses can empower students with greater insight in Charlotte and inspire a new way of learning in St. Louis. We believe a powerful digital connection can dazzle spectators on Broadway and enhance the movie experience in theaters in LA. A simple belief that every fiber-lit building fuels the industry in all of us. Let's turn the promise of technology into digital progress together. Spectrum Enterprise.
Welcome back to Sacramento. We are at the Golden One Center, home of the Sacramento Kings, and currently home of the CIF State Championship. It's halftime of the boys Division IV game, and we're going to see what's going on for the rest of the day. So earlier this morning, Oakland Tech defeated Northview 55-27, and that was the girls Division IV game. As I said before, we're currently at halftime of Ribet Academy versus Emmanuel boys Division IV. After this game at 2 o'clock, we'll have the girls Division II game, Rolling Hills Prep versus Menlo School. After them, boys Division II, Colony versus Campolindo. This evening at 6 p.m. we'll have the Girls Open Sierra Canyon versus Pinewood. And after them, the Boys Open Sierra Canyon, holding it down for the girls and the boys, versus Sheldon at 8 p.m. on Spectrum News 1. And that is the 2019 CIF State Basketball Championships here in Sacramento, Day 2. Highlights with Allie and Sam for Division IV boys are after the break.
Hi, I'm Chaz Dean. We're here at Chaz Dean Studio in Hollywood, California. We reside in 3 craftsmen's homes built in the 1920s. We've renovated them, and we've created a oasis sanctuary kind of feel. What's unique about us is we don't use shampoo, curling irons, flat irons, bleach. We teach you how to work with your hair, and hopefully one day we'll see you here at Chaz Dean Studio, or you can visit us at chazdean.com.
When the housekeeper texts you that there's a pipe leaking as you're relaxing on your yacht. When you get a call that your sink's backed up while you're out shopping on Rodeo Drive. When your wife phones that the shower won't work just as you're about to tee off at your country club. When you're in Rome but have a plumbing problem in LA. If your plumbing's on the fritz, call Ritz. Family owned since 1931. Call 888-757-RITZ or search ritzplumbing.com.
Since 1979, Bob's has been your neighborhood supermarket.
Well, I don't really know much about wine, and they have such a large selection here. Every time I leave with the perfect bottle.
Here at Bob's, we stock 1,500 wines from all over the world. From the top to the bottom, I taste each one to make sure that you get the quality that you deserve.
Bob's Market has lowered prices throughout the store. Come in today to experience lower prices at Bob's Market.
I am really excited about having an opportunity to go deep inside of the issues. That what you can gain out of that is a real in-depth understanding. How is it affecting your life? And that's what makes people actually care.
Inside the Issues is conversational, not confrontational. When you have all voices represented, that's how you can make progress.
Your viewers will feel informed enough that they can make their own decisions every day. Join us for Inside the Issues, Monday through Thursday at 8 p.m.
1-point game here in the D4 Boys Championship in Sacramento. Last night in the Division I title game, Chino Hills versus James Logan. This ended up being a really good one. Chino Hills, the alma mater of all the Ball brothers. They are now without those 3 guys, but they've got some great talent here. Will Puma with 18 points. Onyeka Kongwu, what a game he had. 26 points, 14 rebounds for the USC commit. However, he fouled out in the 3rd quarter, and James Logan tried to rally back. They were down by as many as 19. Tim Oldham, the driving and one, brought him closer. Oldham again with the drive and the lay-in. Chino Hills, however, able to hold on strong. Good defense under the basket here, keeping their advantage. And a very controversial call. James Logan going up for 3, hit with an offensive foul for apparently extending the leg. Could have easily been a defensive foul, and 3 free throw attempts. In the end, though, Chino Hills hangs on and takes the Division I state championship 69-63. Back here at Sacramento, Sam Farber, Allie Clifton. That one was a great one. We're set up for a pretty good finish in this one as well, with Ribet and Emmanuel separated by just 1 point after a half.
I think it's interesting. Emmanuel has 10 turnovers. You've got Ribet, though, with their inability right now to knock down the 3-point shot, I think is a big factor in terms of why this is a 1-point game.
One guy who did knock down a 3, the only one for Ribet, Snooky Wigington. He ends up leading the way with 13 points, leading all scorers.
He's got the pace, the tempo. He's kind of doing it from inside and out, all over the floor. 6 of 11 from the field. As you mentioned, the only one with a 3-ball, 1 of 5 for 13 points. He's also got 4 assists on the game, so distributing the basketball as well. And
while Emmanuel's been pretty good from 3, it's their interior presence from Caleb Daglish that has allowed them to stay in this game.
He's truly doing it all. 4 of 8 50% from the field for 8 points, but he's got 2 assists. He's got a block. He's got a steal. When we talk turnovers, They funnel a lot through him. He's got 2 of the 10.
We had a game in the D4 women's contest where lack of offensive rebounds for one side and abundance of turnovers became an issue. That's kind of the issue here. Emmanuel, 17 fewer shots. If they can control the basketball a little bit more, they'd be winning easily.
I'd like to believe that both teams really like the pace for which they're playing at right now. It might just come down to taking care of the basketball, valuing each possession, and kind of seeing which one can edge the other.
It's been a good one so far. 3 ties, 10 lead changes. 16 minutes left to go between Ribet and Emmanuel. Back after this.
How do you feel when you look in the mirror?
I felt heavy and I looked heavy. It's hard sometimes to believe that's me.
Do you wish you could have slimmer hips, thighs, and a flat stomach? Now you can. America's #1 cosmetic surgery specialist, Sonobello, has made it easier and more affordable than ever to get the body you've always wanted. Using advanced microlaser technology, our board-certified plastic surgeons remove hard-to-lose fat in as little as 1 day.
I look in mirrors now and I'm like, dang, that girl looks good.
For your free no-obligation consultation, call 888-501-3506 and get $250 towards looking your very best.
The best investment you could make is in yourself. 100%. I wish I would have done it sooner.
Call now and get $250 off. Payment plans are available. Don't wait one more day. For a free consultation, call 888-501-3506. Now.
If you've been involved in an accident with an Uber or a Lyft, even as a passenger, you have rights specific to these situations. Having handled countless Uber and Lyft cases, we know what it takes to fight the big corporations and help you win. So don't wait. Call us and let our team of experts go to work for you immediately.
Accident or injury, call Jacob and Ronnie. Call Jacob.
The Spectrum TV app. TV the way you want it. Watch live TV at home and on the go. Anywhere, anytime. Catch the latest movies and TV shows with access to over 30,000 on-demand titles, many for free. Even schedule and manage your DVR recordings. The Spectrum TV app is now available on more devices than ever before. Watch what you want on the device you want. Download the Spectrum TV app today.
Fans, children, mascots all ready for the second half here in Sacramento, where Ribet leads Emmanuel 29-28. Moments ago, our Kirsten Watson caught up with the Eagles head coach Chris Woods.
Coach Woods, what did you tell your team at the half?
Just to continue to execute, keep battling, that we're right there with them. Couple turnovers that were big there, but besides that, we're right there with them.
Now you guys are only down by 1, so clean slate in your second half. What do you need to see more of for this team to take home the win?
Just to continue to execute once we get stops. Our big thing is once we get a stop, we've got to turn it into points on the other end on our side.
Thanks, Coach.
Thank you.
Thanks to Kirsten and to Coach Woods as well. Emmanuel here in the state championship game came oh so close a couple years ago. California's a big state. You know my affinity for geography here, right?
Right.
So the central
haven't
section.
Given us any yet today.
Well,
so.
here you go. So the central section, obviously in the center of the state, it kind of gets split in the middle. So Emmanuel, depending on what year it is and what teams have qualified for the state championship, they've either been in the north or the south before. So this year, the dividing line, just the right spot that they were put in the Northern California portion of it, but they've represented the South before.
I'm glad they just allow me to call games. That's a lot. But again, California's a big state.
Winston Williams picks up the foul. I mean, if you're Emmanuel, you're like, oh, we don't care. Put us in the bracket. Tell us who we're playing. And which way to point the bus.
But if you're Oakland Tech, they don't like that. Because you don't have them in the right bracket.
That's right.
Or the right division.
Marcus Reedy 0 for 2. So still a 1-point game, full court pressure. Well broken by Emmanuel, great press break. Yamada for the lead. Offensive board amongst the trees. Work it down low, Williams goes up, banks it in.
Great strength against Tyler Powell. And Winston Williams.
Tapped out of bounds, last touch by Williams. He's got 5 points to go with 10 rebounds.
I got caught up in the fan behind us. Telling Winston Williams to be smart. No fouls.
Great dump off pass. Better block by Daglish. Here comes Emmanuel running it up the floor. Settle into their offense. A minute in to the second half. Emmanuel up by 1. Rogers, 3 ball. Long rebound tracked down by Williams. Tyler Powell. All the way to the rim. Doesn't get the roll, but the offensive putback for Yuto Williams.
Good job by Yuto. Right spot, right time, but you can just see the athleticism with Tyler Powell. Not getting those shots to go down, but his ability to get to the rim, change speeds, being shifty at that size.
Baseline jumper rolls through.
It's a lot like what we saw yesterday with Edward Turner. He can get a lot of shots to go down, but still has a reason, makes an impact to be on the floor at all times. Puts pressure on your defense.
Or even Chu for Oakland Tech last game. A player who's a star, used to scoring a lot. Shot wasn't going down, but impacting the game in other ways. Drive and the finish for Reedy. He's got 4. The lead slides back to Ribet. Rodriguez is fouled. That's the second personal on Snooki Wigington.
It's always taught as a young kid. Make it tough on your coach to have to take you out of the game. That's what a lot of these players in Powell and with Turner and Sue earlier today. You continue to impact the game other than scoring. It makes it tough for your coach to want to sit you down.
Caleb Daglish pulling up from the elbow. Too strong, rebound tapped to Powell. And a turnover. Rodriguez gets the steal, pushes the pace. Rogers. Ribet coming right back, another strip. Rodriguez, another steal. Numbers for Emmanuel. And Rodriguez lost the handle. And another turnover. Snooki took his eye off the ball.
Neither team, after Rogers rose up and was able to finish, it was up and down for a few possessions, but neither team able to capitalize. A couple of back-to-back turnovers.
Ribet will make some subs. Bring back Barrington Hardress.
That's why a key for both coaches was to not play too fast.
Poor shot there by Rodriguez, forcing it a bit. And Ribet gets the stop. 1 and done for the Eagles. Powell. Fouled. He'll head to the line. Yamada hit with the personal. Powell's a tough guy to foul. He's 6'5", and he's so well built. He doesn't feel a lot of these touch fouls.
I think it's kind of deceptive, his speed, because of his size. So a foul like that out on the perimeter, yet he ends up pretty close to the block. His ability to have that explosiveness makes him a tough matchup.
Tied at 34. About midway through the third quarter. And Powell puts Ribet Academy in front. That's the 16th lead change we've had in this D4 title game.
These are fun championship games.
Almost turned over by Emmanuel, and now it is a turnover over and back. Good hustle from the freshman Barrington Hardress. Coach Woods representing the South. Make that representing the North this year. Last year they represented the South. Powell trying to post up and overshot his target. Williams gets the steal. 4 minutes left in the third quarter. Rodriguez loses it on the gather. Steal for Powell.
Good hustle back there by Rodriguez.
11th steal for Ribet Academy. Hargis trying to create some space. And an offensive foul.
Rodriguez is a very heady player, not only offensively, but on the defensive end of the floor as well. His ability to get in front of a size like Powell has the Eagles trailing by 1 here in the third.
To be hyper-local is incredibly exciting.
News changes so quickly. We're here for you.
Whatever the day brings, we armed you with everything that you needed to know.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Beat on One.
Hi, I'm Chaz Dean. We're here at Chaz Dean Studio in Hollywood, California. We reside in 3 craftsmen's homes built in the 1920s. We've renovated them, and we've created a oasis sanctuary kind of feel. What's unique about us is we don't use shampoo, curling irons, flat irons, bleach. We teach you how to work with your hair, and hopefully one day we'll see you here at Chaz Dean Studio, or you can visit us at chazdean.com.
When the housekeeper texts you that there's a pipe leaking as you're relaxing on your yacht. When you get a call that your sink's backed up while you're out shopping on Rodeo Drive. When your wife phones that the shower won't work just as you're about to tee off at your country club. When you're in Rome but have a plumbing problem in LA. If your plumbing's on the fritz, call Ritz. Family owned since 1931. Call 888-757-RITZ or search ritzplumbing.com.
Ribet Academy led in scoring by Snooky Wigington. Talked about his dad right there, assistant coach Pookie, who played for Seton Hall under P.J. Carlissimo. What a run he had there. Came out of junior college and was on the same team as Cedric Ceballos. I was talking to his head coach at Seton Hall, P.J. Carlissimo. He said he clearly remembers seeing him in the JUCO championship at LMU. Brought him over. He was the MVP at the Great Alaska Shootout, beating teams like Utah and Kansas and Kentucky. And now his son Snooky has a shot to be a D1 player as well. He's just a junior, but already getting looks from Tulsa and some others.
You can see why. Runs in the family.
Emmanuel called for steps. Turnover back to Ribet. It's interesting, you hear so much about the lineage, and sometimes that goes into a player's physical size, but just knowing how to play. Snooky's only 5'8", but he's standing very tall out here on this big stage.
I wonder at what age he had a basketball put in his hand. I wonder at what age that started.
Got to be early. Powell finds the range. He's into double figures with 10.
That's what we've been looking for out of him all game long.
Goes underneath. Williams doesn't get the roll. Hargis drives, hangs, hits.
That was impressive. His ability to kind of have a little bit of hang time there. Has a shot altered, yet is able to finish.
Timeout, Emmanuel will keep it here. Ribet, good run out of that last media break. Now up 39-34. 2:28 left to go in the third quarter. Let's take a look at how Ribet stacks up compared to some of the other great teams in the great state of California. See the Max Preps top 10 in D4. Ribet was ranked 3rd coming into this. A chance to come away with the title. And remember, this is a team that had some transfers that weren't eligible until about mid-season, so their overall record still pretty darn good at just 3 losses, but they're undefeated when this current group is on the floor.
I was going to say, that's a testament to a coaching staff, the unselfishness of players, to be able to not have a lot of eligibility yet see the floor until midway through. I mean, that's tough. You know, a lot of times chemistry is developed through experience in moments of togetherness on the floor. Though it can happen off. But that's a testament to some.
Ribet representing the South in this contest. Here's how your state championships have gone so far. It's pretty well divided. 4 for the South, 3 for the North, 7 games in.
So at the end of this, is this a bragging rights thing? North versus South?
See, now the question is, where do the Central Section teams fall? Are they Giants fans or Dodgers fans?
What are they?
I don't know. It depends. I don't know.
You tell me.
They're right in the middle.
Teach me.
3 on the way. Rogers hits it.
The second 3 downtown.
Kickball is going to reset the shot clock. It'll stay with Ribet. Big shot for Sean Rogers.
Of course, Rodriguez being able to get out of that little double team down low and find Rogers beyond the arc.
Winston Williams extends the arms and gets the deflection. 2:05 left in the third quarter. Ribet's lead trimmed down to 2. Hargris open for 3, and he answers.
Yeah, he's going to be special.
His dad, Barry, played football at Michigan.
That's, in my book, a curse word. Just letting you know. I'm born and raised in Ohio. You're speaking Michigan Wolverines?
That would be the one.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Just letting you know.
Hargris misses this one. Put back there for Ignacio Camacho. Lead stretches to 7, an 11-3 run for Ribet. And made 6 of their last 7 field goal attempts. Purewall fouled on the drive.
Of course, the freshman rising up, not getting it to go. But Camacho, Nacho Camacho.
That's the nickname.
Again with the putback.
Timeout Ribet with a 7-point lead. They're using that size advantage to be +5 on the offensive glass. See, this has been a tight one throughout. Largest lead has been 7, which is where we sit right now. 4 ties, 16 lead changes.
So I think that Rogers 3 for Emmanuel was pretty big. Timely shot there. You didn't want to allow the lead to get any bigger in a game that has been back and forth.
They're keeping things tight against Ribet. One other note we wanted to pass along, Coach Howard really emphasized this in our conversation, as proud as they are of their basketball team accomplishing so much in their first year under Coach Howard. He's really thrilled about what the team does in the classroom. Says at Ribet Academy, we do not accept C's. C's means you don't practice. Team GPA is 3.5. They have study hall 4 days a week. And for the majority of the schools, really almost all of them, whether it's an emphasis or just something that they kind of throw in as an assumption, the work in the classroom as or more important as what they're doing on the basketball floor, and that's really what you love to hear at this level.
I wanted to make a little joke there in favor of one of my partners back in studio, Mike Bresnahan, because when I first came here, he told me that C's get degrees. But I appreciate that. I appreciate that, Coach.
You can tell him no, C's mean no practice.
No practice, Brett. No, instilling that at a young age.
Good block there. Camacho with the rejection. We're under a minute to play here in the third quarter, and a turnover now swatted out of bounds will go to Ribet. Coach Howard had a great point about it. He said, look, you know, if you want to play in college, you got to have your grades right. So
if you don't have your grades right, you don't even get into college.
Right.
Yep.
So he's not going to allow them to get into bad habits.
Teaching them young. That's why they're called student athletes. Not athlete, student.
Reedy missed the jumper. Long rebound controlled by Rodriguez. Rodriguez finishes at the rim.
Tough finish. Falling out of bounds through the air. Gets it to go. Another timely possession for Rodriguez and Emmanuel.
maybe a 2-second game clock, shot clock differential, so Ribet is going to bleed it dry. Snooki Wigington and Hargress playing catch in the backcourt. Go to work with 7 on the shot clock. Wigington into the corner. Hargress 1 on the shot clock. They're not going to get it off.
Good defense by Emmanuel. How about this? They get Ribet into a shot clock violation there. Ribet had just 2 turnovers in the first half. Here in the third, they've got 5. So the defensive end of the floor for Emmanuel has certainly picked up in their favor here in the second half.
3-quarter court heave will end the third quarter. Ribet 44, Emmanuel 39. Fasten your seatbelts. 8 minutes left. We got a good one here in Deep 4 between the Eagles and the Fighting Frogs from Sacramento.
If you've been involved in an accident with an Uber or a Lyft, even as a passenger, you have rights specific to these situations. Having handled countless Uber and Lyft cases, we know what it takes to fight the big corporations and help you win. So don't wait. Call us and let our team of experts go to work for you immediately.
Accident or injury, call Jacob and Ronnie. Call Jacob.
This is a multi-point inspection at Big O Tires. Something we've made standard that's anything but. As in, safety first, breathe easier, above and beyond car care. As in, you only asked for one thing, but we're going to check all these extra things just in case, and for no extra charge. Why? It's the right thing to do.
Head to your nearby Southern California Big O Tires location today for your free multi-point inspection.
Big O Tires, the team you trust.
Aerial view of our beautiful state capitol here in Sacramento. Sam Farber, former Toledo star Allie Clifton, Kirsten Watson here with you inside the Golden Lunch Center, home of the Kings, host to the state championships this weekend. Right now, the Division IV title game ready to go to the fourth quarter. The Emmanuel faithful trying to urge the Eagles on. They'll have the rock to start this final frame, trailing by 5.
We're in for a good finish, as you said right before the break. My seatbelt has been fastened.
Kickball by Ribet. It'll stay with the Eagles. Emmanuel represented Southern California last year as a Central Section champ. This year in the North, taking on Ribet out of the Southern Section. And Ribet gets a steal. Tyler Powell to take away. Hargress hustling up the floor into the lane, tried to dish it off, and it's taken right back by Winston Williams. Rogers gets around the hedge. Ramada double team into the corner. Rodriguez for 3. And the rebound, it's a jump ball. Arrow favors Ribet.
Good credit to Winston. They're coming from the left side all the way across to the right to battle for that rebound.
Tyler Powell and Snooki Wigington, the 2 players in double figures for Ribet, although Wigington did not score in this second half so far. Take away. Here comes Emmanuel. Jump stop in the lane, and the shot won't go down. Camacho the board. Sean Rogers, the only Eagle in double figures. He has 11. Corner 3 from Powell. Still can't find the mark, and a rebound from the ground for Williams. Like a goalie going down for a save.
That right there, kind of the...
How about that? Jordan Rodriguez.
Again, I feel like we say it all the time, but when Emmanuel needs a shot, they've got guys, Rogers, Rodriguez, who have stepped up to deliver.
Hargress trying to answer. And the rebound for Emmanuel, plus a foul on Ribet. And there's a player down for Ribet. It's Wigington. He's being helped up by a couple of Emmanuel players.
Finish what I was trying to say before Rodriguez hit that big three. It's an example of what he's done all game long. Putting his body on the floor, doing whatever his team needs, whatever it takes, and then Jordan Rodriguez able to knock down the three ball, make this just a 2-point game here in the fourth.
Williams over to Rogers. Yamada trying to thread the needle, and lucky that Ribet couldn't handle it. Out of bounds, it'll stay with Emmanuel.
A miscommunication there, but certainly need to value the basketball down the stretch.
Go to Daglish. He has not scored yet in the second half. Lost the handle, loose underneath. Camacho gets the steal. Wigington, pull up in the lane. Won't roll through. Out of bounds, last touch by Ribet.
Now, Emmanuel has this right intention to continue to play through the post. But when you're delivering the pass inside, you don't want to go crowd that space for your big man to work.
Daglish at the high post. Kick to Yamada. Tries to penetrate. Back to Daglish. Free throw line jumper. Yes. We're tied at 44.
Soft touch by the big man.
Cross-court pass. Wigington for three. And the rebound to Emmanuel. Yamada trying to go coast to coast. Offensive board and a foul on the floor.
Look who's there again, saving the day. Winston. Williams with the offensive rebound at the second possession. Another opportunity for Emmanuel to capitalize.
Out of bounds stays with Emmanuel. We had a rebounding record last game. Winston Williams got 16 boards. It's not at record pace, but he's got a shot at a 20 rebound effort, which would be top 10
effort,
state history.
The key word when it comes to rebounding. That's all that is.
Rodriguez using the screen. Good hedge from Powell. Got him surrounded. Shot clock down to 12. Yamada trying to go inside. Daglish, the runner. Offensive board, Williams, and he's fouled on the floor again. Rebound number 17 for the sophomore.
Winston says, you might get me in height, you might get me in size, but you're not going to get me in strength. Good footwork by the big man to get it up, and Caleb, but his other tower. And Winston Williams again. An extra possession for Emmanuel.
You were talking earlier about the boxing out and what wasn't happening for Emmanuel in the first half. They figured it out here in the second.
Oh yeah, that's, you know, at the end of the day when it comes to tournament, it's all about matchups and being able to make that one extra pass, that one extra play, put forth that extra strength. That's all it comes down to. And here we are, we've got a tie game with 4 minutes to go. It tests your resiliency, it tests your really your character and your want to compete. And I think we're starting to see an Emmanuel team that has kind of figured that out, to your point.
It's a private school from the Central Section, only 332 total enrollment. Taking a Ribet team that is absolutely loaded with young, high-quality Division I talent right to the wire. And you see the stars from the first half have been silenced in the second, but other players have emerged. Jordan Rodriguez and Sean Rogers picking up the scoring for Emmanuel here in the second half. And for Ribet, we've seen Tyler Powell and Barrington Hargris. Daglish sees a double team. Trying to kick it out, and Hargris jumps the lane. Hargris all the way for the lay-in.
The freshman credit to be able to get in that passing lane, uses quickness and speed.
Rodriguez has it poked away. It'll stay Emmanuel possession. We got our last timeout on the floor. 3:56 left, a one-possession game. Ribet leading 46-44.
Local is incredibly exciting.
News changes so quickly. We're here for you.
Whatever the day brings, we armed you with everything that you needed to know.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Beat on One.
A new garage door can be yours for $949. Call now and I'll knock off $350. That means doors start as low as $599. I'll even include the installation and I'll pay your sales tax too. For the next 11 callers, I'll upgrade you to our world-exclusive Silent Glide door system. Our proprietary door system is 60% quieter than the competition. That's a $950 value, all for only $599. Call now.
If you've been involved in an accident with an Uber or a Lyft, even as a passenger, you have rights specific to these situations. Having handled countless Uber and Lyft cases, we know what it takes to fight the big corporations and help you win. So don't wait. Call us and let our team of experts go to work for you immediately.
Accident or injury, call Jacob and Ronnie. Call Jacob.
Two-point game with less than 4 minutes left in regulation. Winston Williams, the star for the Eagles, not so much in scoring, only 5 points, but he's got 17 rebounds, which puts him in range of the state championship game all-time marks.
How could we ever get so lucky to have back-to-back games from an aspect of the game that is pure heart and hustle and want more than your opponent?
Gets a look and he scores it. 7 for Williams. All even at 46. Drive by Hargress. Wigginton peels it out again. 7 on the shot clock. Wigginton. And the three goes down. The big man, Tyler Powell. 0 for his first 6 from deep. He finally knocks one down.
Big time shot by a big time player, and he feels it. 4 of 15, excuse me, before that last 3, that last bucket from the field. And of course, it comes in a big way from downtown.
Still a one-possession game with 3 minutes remaining. Yamada penetrates, gives to Daglish. Daglish stuck between 2 defenders, trying to wrap around a pass, and it goes off Rodriguez's leg out of bounds. Williams hits the jumper.
Ribet kind of settling in here offensively, being patient, moving the basketball, making them count.
Yamada can't hit the 3. Daglish the offensive board. 3 on the way. Off iron and over the back's going to go against Winston Williams here. That's his second.
Still plenty of time. 5-point game. Got to take care of the basketball. Better spacing, I think, on the offensive end for Emmanuel. Pressure up here defensively.
Hargress jump stop in the lane. Little shorts. Camacho saves it through his legs, and it's going to Ribet. Underneath Camacho, the hustle play, and he couldn't handle it. Love the effort.
You do. You love the effort. Kind of sped up a little bit there.
2 minutes left. Yamada, shovel pass. 10 on the shot clock. Rodriguez now with 5. Trying to find some space. And he has his pocket picked. Open lane for Wigington. He'll lay it in for 2. And a timeout taken by Ribet with 1:22 left. Wigington's first bucket of the second half makes it a 7-0 run for Ribet Academy.
You look at that last possession, hounded, smothered the entire time. This is what happens when you rise to the occasion. You rise to the moment and you do it defensively. No room to work for Rodriguez. Emmanuel's leader, and on the other end of the floor, making it count.
Xavier Williams, the sophomore, got the steal, and all this talent for Coach Howard. Powell's the next level prospect. So is Hargris. So is Wigington. He told us during the week, Xavier Williams always defends the best player on the other team. He got that big steal and big bucket.
He's got that size and the length, 6'3", who can move his feet so well. You saw it right there. The entire possession, he kept Rodriguez until the turnover out of the paint. His ability to play without his hands, force that turnover.
A reminder to stay tuned after this one. We've got the CIF State Girls Division II Championship battle between Rolling Hills Prep and Menlo School. That's coming up next, along with a full slate of games the rest of the day, including the Open Division Championships, boys and girls, to cap off a great weekend here in Sacramento. Emmanuel down by 7. Daglish, a little give and go with Williams. Daglish off the bump will go to the line.
A little two-man game between the two bigs breaking the press.
Caleb Daglish has some good range, particularly for a big, so some big free throws for him, and he missed the first. For 2 big misses.
It's tough. You can't leave those free ones.
One minute left. Wigington. That makes it a 9-point lead, and that might be too much. Emmanuel's got to hit just about everything from here on out. And a turnover.
Credit Ribet, they turned it up at the right time. Their ability to score, their size came in handy on the defensive end of the floor.
Eagles forced to foul. 21 turnovers from Emmanuel. We've seen it come up in a couple of games, but all those turnovers leading to 14 more shot attempts for Ribet than Emmanuel was able to take, even though they have almost an identical shooting percentage.
Certainly makes a difference when just literally the amount of shots you're giving up. It also makes it tough to swallow.
That's why you hear so many coaches stress rebounding and turnovers. That's the extra possessions, the extra shots. Emmanuel continuing to foul, trying to get to the bonus. Got to say, a very well officiated game here today, the D4 title game. They let these guys play. Ribet ends a backdoor cut for Powell. Daglish chases him down to apply the foul. And Tyler Powell will go to the line. And Coach Howard said when his fan base feels they've got it, they're going to start chanting Ribet. They are the Fighting Frogs. It's Ribet, but they start saying Ribet.
Well, a frog doesn't Ribet.
It doesn't Ribet. Powell hits the front end of the 1-and-1. 6'5" sophomore. Not his best shooting day, but he's shown a lot of skill. 15 points. When you have an off shooting night and you get 15, that's things like Kobe used to do that.
Yeah, right. Oh, and then add a title to it? Okay, fine.
3 for Rogers. Emmanuel not ready to go home just yet. 30 seconds left. They make it an 8-point game. Rogers his third 3 of the day, but only comes after an 11-0 run for Ribet.
Rogers 3 of 5 on the day from downtown.
Ribet trying to make it a 2-game advantage for the South over the North so far in the championships.
How'd you remember that?
I'm lucky. The producer's sneaking into my ear. Here's Ribet, what they've done today, especially their big man, Tyler Powell.
He's just been there when his team has needed him on. In every aspect, again, we talk about it, of the game, but I think the biggest is when he's able to kind of separate himself down the stretch, that big 3, a timely shot, a bucket, being the stability, the heady player on the floor, continuing to draw pressure, create attention, freeing up those around him. What's always impressive, and what's been impressive over the last couple days, is when you've got your star player and he's still able to play within the system and guys are able to compliment him. I think that's a good example right there, Tyler Powell.
Snooki Wigginton will go to the line to shoot 1 and 1. Just a junior, he'll be back again for Ribet. Missed the front end of the 1 and 1. Williams gets the board. That's number 18 for him. Eagles got to hustle up the floor, and another turnover. Yamada couldn't handle the pass. Coach Woods doing the math in his head. 22nd turnover. Yamada trying to chase down Hargress, applies the foul. 18.9 left.
The fouls are good defensively, but if you're not going to take care of the basketball, kind of defeats the purpose.
Barrington knocks down the first. We won't sing his dad's fight song just yet. We'll save it. Son of the Michigan man.
You don't even know what the fight song is.
Something about hailing. Victor's Valiant. Conquering heroes.
How'd that go the third weekend of November?
Not good lately.
Yeah, or the last several years.
Couple of subs coming in for Ribet. Coach Howard feels they've got this one in control. Missed the free throw. Shot clock is dark. 9-point game. And there's a steal for Snooki Wigginton. He'll lay it in. And that's the cherry on top. 19 for Wigginton. Emmanuel might be able to change the final score, but not the final outcome. Ribet, 1 win a season ago. State champions in 2019.
They're loving it. That's awesome. They got a lot of potential. Our producer just said the frogs are jumping. How about that one? Doesn't write itself.
That's good writing there. 3 men in double figures for the Fighting Frogs. The freshman Hargress with 10, Powell, the stud sophomore, at 15, and Snooki Wigginton led all scorers with 19. Great effort from Emmanuel today. They were close all throughout, but end up 1 game short of the state title. Jordan Rodriguez, 10 points, hit a couple of threes. Sean Rogers hit 3 from deep for 14 total, and Caleb Daglish, solid first half, slowed in the second. He ends up with 10. And how about Winston Williams? 7 points, 18 rebounds. Great effort from the Eagles. But in the end, Ribet pulls it out. Snooki Wigginton, 13 in the first half, and adds in 6 in the fourth quarter.
All over the floor. We talk about where he comes from, having a basketball in his hand at a very young age, and he continues to shine, leading Ribet each and every moment on both ends of the floor, getting out into passing lanes, finishing at the rim, mid-range game, the total package right there. Start to finish. There's so much potential. The future is bright despite winning a title today. 3 sophomores made up the starting lineup for Ribet.
Wigington, in addition to the 19 points, 6 assists, a game high, 3 steals, second most in the contest. Outstanding game. He leads Ribet to a final record of 27-3 and a state championship. Reminder what's to come. We've got the girls D2 title game coming up next between Rolling Hills Prep and Menlo School, then Colony and Campolindo on the boys' side. And if you're a fan of Sierra Canyon, you're going to like the night action here. Girls and boys in the open title games will take on Pinewood in the girls' championship and Sheldon in the boys. Right now, though, victorious Ribet Academy, their stars standing by with our Kirsten Watson.
Thanks, guys. First off, congratulations. Snicky, how does it feel?
It feels great. We worked all year for this, and we've been just working in the gym, countless hours, practice, working out, just individual stuff, together as a team, conditioning, everything just all paid off.
Did you ever imagine this team would be in this position right now?
Yes, from the beginning of the year. I did. I imagined it. I was like, we go win state, and we go win CIF, we go win regional, we want to win it all.
Can you tell me about the brotherhood of this team?
We've been playing together since it was about 6 of us been playing together since we were like 9, 10 years old, and we've all stayed together, and it's all come to fruition like right about now, and it feels good.
Congratulations. And Coach, last year you said this team was 1-14. Completely different year. How proud are you of these guys?
I can't even begin to imagine how proud I am of these guys. From the beginning till now, they've been, like Snooki said, we got in at weight training at 6 in the morning at the beginning of the year. Did individual workouts 4 days a week, and everything just kind of came to fruition. We talked about completing 3 things: winning league, winning CIF, and winning state. And we kind of, did a LeVar Ball and made it into fruition.
Now, is this the beginning of something new for Ribet Academy?
I hope so. It's tough to continue to, keep that type of championship fortitude, but if these guys continue to work hard like they've done, I think we can continue to, to grow and see how far we can go.
Thanks, Coach. Congratulations to the both of you. Division 4 state champions. Back to you guys.
Thank you, Kirsten. Thanks to Coach. Congrats to Ribet. That's going to do it from Golden One Center in Sacramento. Congrats to Emmanuel, Central Section champs, and Ribet, Section and State champions in 2019. We've got the CIF State Girls Division 2 game coming up next between Rolling Hills and Menlo. For now, for Allie Clifton and Kirsten Watson, Mark Shaw, our producer, and our entire outstanding crew, I'm Sam Farber, saying it's been a pleasure and a privilege. We'll be back in about 20 minutes for more from the state championships in Sacramento.
Every small business runs differently, but no matter what field you're in, the one thing you depend on is a great network. That's why Spectrum Business works tirelessly to provide a network with over 99.9% reliability and the fastest internet starting speeds available at 100 megabits per second for only $44.99 a month. Get connected now by calling 866-825-9019. And add Spectrum Business Voice for only $29.99 a month so you can connect with every customer that comes your way. So let Spectrum Business help keep your business moving forward. And switching is easier than ever because we'll buy you out of your old contract. Call now and get Spectrum Business Internet for $44.99 a month and Spectrum Business Voice for $29.99 a month. No added phone taxes, no hidden fees, no contracts. Call 866-825-9019.
If you've been involved in an accident with an Uber or a Lyft, even as a passenger, you have rights specific to these situations. Having handled countless Uber and Lyft cases, we know what it takes to fight the big corporations and help you win. So don't wait. Call us and let our team of experts go to work for you immediately.
Accident or injury, call Jacob and Ronnie. Call Jacob.
Hi, I'm Chaz Dean. We're here at Chaz Dean Studio in Hollywood, California. We reside in 3 craftsmen's homes built in the 1920s. We've renovated them, and we've created a oasis sanctuary kind of feel. What's unique about us is we don't use shampoo, curling irons, flat irons, bleach. We teach you how to work with your hair, and hopefully one day we'll see you here at Chaz Dean Studio, or you can visit us at chazdean.com.
When the housekeeper texts you that there's a pipe leaking as you're relaxing on your yacht. When you get a call that your sink's backed up while you're out shopping on Rodeo Drive. When your wife phones that the shower won't work just as you're about to tee off at your country club. When you're in Rome but have a plumbing problem in LA. If your plumbing's on the fritz, call Ritz. Family owned since 1931. Call 888-757-RITZ or search ritzplumbing.com.
I'm not sure if you guys are certain with what Child Life is and what we do. We help patients and families kind of try to normalize their environment when they're here because this can be a big and scary place.
We wanted to do something to get the ladies of the Lakers out into the community and give back. So this is our launch project here at UCLA Mattel Children's Hospital.
If you think about these kids that have to get procedures all the time, this is like a safe place within the hospital where you're not going to get a procedure, you're not going to get a blood draw.
I've been around the NBA for 12 years now, and we have a really young team, and there's a lot of amazing young women, and now they get the opportunity to see how wonderful it is to give back to the community and the role that they can play and the difference they can make.
We work with the families to lessen their anxiety.
It's really wonderful because they are so young to be able to instill this kind of community outreach in them at a young age, and hopefully it can be maintained and that they take a lot of pride in it.
The most important thing I've seen with the Lakers and their organization is